Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the national hardware number N238-238. This is a door hinge, is what it is. Here is what one looks like in its packaging. Oops. Back side of the packaging is also the instructions for the item. What's remarkable about this? Well, nothing much is remarkable, but what's notable? It's a solid brass hinge. It is a 3x3 solid brass hinge made of brass with a polish and then a lacquer applied. This is what it looks like in its carded form. This would be literally carded. The V in the part number V513 means visual packed. That's their stock number. That's their catalog number. Catalog number, as far as I understand it. Here's what the hinge looks like. This is what a box of 5 looks like. We currently have these listed in the site as pair. They're not selling them as pair. I'm sure we'll get around to resolving that at some point. But that's what the hinge looks like. Being made of solid brass, you can always tell when you look at something made of solid brass compared to it being made of steel. Okay, brass always has a much warmer finish, more elegant. That's what that one looks like. Let's take some basic dimensional properties. They say it's a 3-inch hinge. That's going to be a reference. I said it's a 3x3. I don't know if it's 3-inch wide, but they call it a 3-inch hinge. That means the height is 3-inch. Absolutely, the height is 3-inch. The width is indeed 3-inch. Might be just a hair short on 3-inch. Yeah, it is, but not in the height. Okay. What's the leaf thickness? It's certainly residential in what it is. Leaf thickness it's pretty thin, 0.078. So 0.078 is the leaf thickness. Going to have 3 holes in what would be considered a template pattern, meaning it's a standardized pattern for a 3-inch hinge. This would have a riveted pin. These pins cannot be removed. Well, can they? Forgive me, I didn't see that buttonhole down there. There is a hole down there. You'd be able to insert a center punch into there and drive that pin out should you need to separate the leaves. This would be considered plain bearing. There are no bearing packets at all naturally. And it's what would be called a full mortise hinge. The swag on the hinge leaf here and here, when you bring them flush to each other, they're meant to be mortised to the edge of the door and the frame. Okay, so it's a full mortise hinge. Screws are included. Here they are. Looking at them tells me that it's possible that they're brass. Putting a magnet to them tells me that they're certainly non-ferrous, so I'm going to go with them being brass. They are thread forming on the end, or fly cut. This is called fly cut, not thread forming. Fly cut has that sort of chisel preparation in the edge of the length of the screw that will allow you to... The idea is that when you're running the screws in, it will help prevent the potential for splitting the jamb in the door as you're putting them in. Probably a number 10 screw would be my guess. Okay. And they come on this card. Now, there is some supporting documentation down below, namely the installation instructions. Let's switch to the screen view now and take a closer look. Okay, so the item that we're looking at here on the site, it's going to have a couple of links down below. First is the template. It's going to give you all of the dimensional properties of the hinge, as you can see here. Okay. Also going to have the installation instructions, and this data is on the back of the packaging. And there's an image down below showing that data, but they're giving you an idea of the spacing of the hinge. This would be a very generic sort of document that would be included with all of their hinges or referenced from all of their hinges. Okay. The important thing if you're replacing hinges is to know that the leaf thickness on this is 0.078. So you want to be sure that the thickness of the leaf that you're replacing is very compatible to that. If it's 96 thousandths, if it's 100 23 thousandths, you're going to have a problem because this is a thinner than average leaf. So I'll leave the installation instructions to you to read. There is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page, which is here, that will pull up this page that will allow you to review not only all of the national products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website and their full product catalog. Speaking of the website, when we click on that and get to the page where this hinge is found, well, here it is. It's available in different sizes as well. And what's nice about this is that they give the authorized replacement Stanley part number here as well. So if you're looking up a Stanley part number, Stanley and National, Stanley owns National, they're in business together, national manufacturers for Stanley, I'm not sure what it is, but this would have been Stanley material, certainly, at one time as well. Now, there are images below this video. Let's take a closer look at those. That's what the packaging looks like. A hinge, the backside. It's a more faithful color showing you, or image showing you what brass looks like, rather than this. You know, it depends on how the light hits it as well. Showing you the end view. This is the swag, the bend on the hinge leaf here. That's what makes it a full mortise hinge. A little closer view of the hinge itself. It's not uncommon at all in solid brass product to see these minor imperfections. It's just a result of the tooling and how the material is made. The back side of the hinge, and then your screws are here as well. Okay, well, let's wrap up this video on camera. The name National has been synonymous with builders' hardware, both finished and rough builders' hardware, for several decades. I believe at least a century. I think in the building somewhere I have a National catalog that predates World War I. So when it comes to rough and mostly rough hardware, you'll find padlock hasps and things of that nature, extruded shapes, etc. In their website. If you have any questions on the N238-238 or a V513 solid brass 3-inch hinge or any other National product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.